Right. So just give me one sec. Here. Right. So the way you got to look at appraisals is, even though we really call it three-phased, but you keep optimizing right from day one when you start negotiating the deal all the way till you actually sell the units. And the reason I say you keep optimizing it, because even till the last minute when you're optimizing these, what you will realize is that just by adding or removing some features from the design aspect all the way down to the design aspect, right? Even just by removing or adding some aspects, removing, you save money, adding, you add additional value to the property. It's really about keep optimizing. I'll give you an example. Imagine you're in central London and you choose a sort of slightly above average spec. Can you see where I'm going with this? While let's say you are in somewhere up north where the property prices are super, super cheap, you could potentially remove some of those aspects and still not lose any value. Can you see where I'm going with this? Right. So in the Wembley one that we did, I remember walking into John Lewis and doing some shopping. And when I say shopping, we ordered, I think, like 8 different electric hobs. We ordered 8 fridges, and just the fact that the quality of those units that we were buying actually added a value to those units. Does that make sense? Yeah. So you keep optimizing this appraisal at all times. Okay. So I'm just going to look at yours first, Ridgeway. Let me share my screen. Sorry. So you've already sent me a appraisal. When I looked at it, Anil, the challenge with it is that you've done it in a slightly not the best way. Let's put it this way. I'm not criticizing, it's just constructive feedback, okay? So when you look at it, you put the cost, sounds about right. Again, you keep learning about costs up and down or whatever, sounds about just right, about 90 or £1,000 in just cost. You put the estimated sale price as at 4.2. This is for 12 units, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. 12 two-bed apartments. Now, how do you know we can get 2-bed apartments and 12 of them? It's just a suggestion from Rahul, right?
It's just a suggestion, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Right, so 4.2 is quite assumptive at this stage, okay? Estimated site preparation and development for 12 units, 1.5 million. It's way low. It's nowhere close to, it's going to be more like a 2 million plus, okay? The reason I'm saying is you got to go back to the document that Rahul sent you and look at the gross internal area and then multiply that by 250 per square foot. Does that make sense?
Gross internal area, that is what. So the way I've done it is, of course, it will go beyond 2.5 million. The way I've done it is, if you basically, for example, if you do a floor and if you have, and I have some examples as well. If you do a floor, the cost of the floor should come down because you're not actually, doing it. Then you're not doing it unit by unit because the base
no,
is
no. Let me slow you down. When you do the appraisal, you put it at 250. Okay. If after that it costs you less, think of you made some savings. But you cannot base your calculations based on what you just said about the floors. The way I look at, for example, a 2-bedroom flat is it's going to cost you roughly about 150, 180,000 pounds to build.
Yeah.
Right? Depending on the size of the flat and the spec of the flat. Does that make sense? Now, if you're looking at 12 of these, you're looking at 1.8 million as a bare minimum.
Let's say 2 million. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said, let's say 2 million, right? Estimated developers' profits. That's not the right way to put it because what you've done is you've not minus the yeah, okay. Let's take this figure as at a moment, right? And then our sale price 2.25 million, our original house valuation 1.5. When you say our sale price 2.2, what do you mean by that? As
So
in,
basically, we
that's
are actually selling it to the developer. We got the planning permission. We got to actually, you take it for we're cutting off 20% to as developer profit, and then we are selling it slightly less than that 20%, and that's what I put the amount.
Sorry, repeat that again, Alan.
So if you have to sell this to a developer, okay, so you think of their 20% profit,
Yeah.
okay, from what I have come up in the figures above.
So 4.2, from the 4.2, you're adding 20% profits. Yeah, that's about 800 grand.
Not from 4.2. From there, I just calculated how much will it cost for them to develop this property.
So for them to develop this property, this is going to cost them 2.5 million. Yeah.
2.5 million, and from there, so basically, what is their estimated development profit? Okay, from there, okay.
Okay, let me.
How much will they make? How much will they make if they were to actually develop this property? They would
Okay,
actually make about 2 million, right?
Can you write these figures down? So because I can't do it on the spreadsheet. It's on the drive folder. Can you write these numbers? So let's say your GDV value that you've come up with, it's 12 flats. 12 flats. If you sell each of them at, can you sell a unit for
350?
Divided by 12. Are you saying that you can sell each unit at 350 grand?
Yeah.
Are you sure about this? Have you checked the new build value?
That is the lowest. That is the lowest in this area. It can actually go to 375 also.
Okay, so that's fine. So 4.2 is a reasonable figure. Okay. Now your site preparation development cost is going to be roughly about 2 million, including the professional
Let's put 2 million
fees.
there. Let's put 2 million there.
I can't, like I said, I can't change on this spreadsheet because it's on the drive. Okay.
Okay. So that's 2 million.
If you put that at 2 million and then add another 500,000 between still, maybe the highway tax and between the finance cost and professional fees, it's going to cost you another 500,000, so 2.5 million.
2.5 million. So
you're left with about 1.7 million.
1.7 million. Okay. Yeah.
Now let's say
So we need to be less than 1.7 million to sell it to them, right?
So 1.7 million is what's left. If let's say we pay the landlord 1.4 million, do you think he'll agree at 1.4 million?
His current estimate of the property, it can range anywhere between 1.2 to 1.5 million. It says 1.5 million, but if he's really about to sell it, then it will come down to about 1.2, 1.3.
Okay, so you always take the worst case scenario.
Of course,
if you have to give this guy 1.5 million, then the planning uplift or the additional value that you have available is only 200,000.
200,000.
If you remember, when I spoke with you last time as well, I said there's not enough meat in the game. That's what I meant. Now, I would say you can make anywhere between 200 to 500,000. If we are clever with the numbers, and then at the same time present it to a builder rather than a developer and sell it to a builder, we might get away with about 500,000 in profits for us. Does that make sense?
Okay.
And that's even if we sell it, even if we buy it for 1.5 million on an option.
Okay, so I saw your point before also, Jack. So basically, if I went with that 250 cost, it was definitely going way beyond. And so we got to give something to the landlord. So remember the ask. We got to give something to the landlord over and above his asking price, right? So if you say that it is worst case 1.5, then
that's why I said 1.5. Yeah.
Okay.
Again, now if you ask me, is this deal worthwhile the time investment? The answer is no. You're looking at a 4.2 million pound deal where in the worst case scenario, you're going to make 5%, which is 200 grand.
Okay. So these are only apartments which we are selling. of the complete, we're not selling the land here. We're not considering the cost of the land here.
No, I'm talking, you're not going to put 12 flats on the side land, Anil.
No. The complete demolition and then 12 flats, right?
Yeah.
But it's a value of the land plus the apartments what we are going to sell, right? The cost 4.2 million is only the apartments.
Yeah, but the 12 apartments are going to take the whole piece of land, not the. So this is demolition of the existing house and then building the whole place into 12 flats, right? You're not going to get 12 flats on the side land.
No, not on the side land. Entire
So that's
place.
fine.
Yeah.
So the numbers that we did, they're correct.
Okay.
Okay, when I say correct, they're about 90% correct. Okay. Like I said, you keep optimizing this. If you ask me, do I want to get involved in this deal? My answer is no. Okay. Just so you're aware. Okay. I'm not going to get involved into anything that is going to bring less than at least 30% profit margin. This is only going to leave us 200 grand, and it's a very risky proposition to sign up an option at 1.5 million. Unless, okay, to put it in simple words, it's not worth my time. Okay, and I'm saying with this a lot of humility. Okay, if you want to do it, be my guest. Okay. Now I'm going to move on. Hi, Damir. I'm going to move on to the second deal. So Ridgeway is done. Just give me 1 sec. Ridgeway is done. Now I'm going to look at one of Nav's. Is that okay? I'm going to look at all 5 of them. Okay. So just give me 1 sec. Right, Nav, I'm looking at this. I'm going to share my screen. Now, when I'm looking at this, just give me 1 sec. I'm going to pull up the. Just have to move this on top. Okay, so I'm looking at this piece of land. Nav, can you see my screen? Nav, can you open your mic, please? Nav, you're muted. Okay, you go and sort that out unless I'm
I've done it.
All right, okay. So now I'm looking at this plot. It's I think I did send you 0.238 acre. It's not huge. I know you said we can only get one single house at the back. One of the things that you did mention was there is, let me look at the street view.
If you can bring it down a bit, Jack.
Bring it down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's it. A bit more. That's it. That's the boundary line.
Yeah. So what's this?
That's just a metal. Basically, the periphery on the canal is all 2 meter, like 1.8 meter brick wall with a metal sheeting with a canopy. There's no proper structure as a residential garage.
And this, when this is saying 0.238 acre, is this is all including this whole plot, right?
Yes, plus number 8. Yeah.
Okay. Now the question is, what is this? Is this some sort of, what is this?
That's an access to the garage.
There is no canal going through the building, through the property, is it?
No. See the blue bit? The canal is on the periphery.
Yes, I can see that. Yeah. Okay. Well, you think? I mean, let's just look at this, right? So I'm going to stop sharing screen because it messes up everything. Just give me 1 sec. It's because I'm looking at 0.238. So a 0.8 acre to square meter, 0.238, 0.238. It's a no, this one is a decent size. This is a 963 square meter plot, which is pretty decent size. I was looking at a different one and that was smaller. That was something else, sorry. So this is 0.963. I'm going to share
the boundary. To the boundary of the rear building.
Yeah, so just give me 1 sec, so you guys can see the way you got to look at a deal, right? So when you share a
Yeah.
screen, all of this stuff comes in the middle. It just becomes difficult to manage screen. So when you look at this, right, you open the OS map
Yeah.
and then look at it from what else is around. So I'm going to zoom out a bit. So when I'm looking at it, I don't see any flats around. I don't see any flats. No, there is no flats nearby. So you're only going to get a house here. The question is, how many houses can we put here? Can
Okay.
we put
Well, the
here?
end bit, you can put one house at the wider part right at the end. You can put one house there.
Yeah, one here.
Yeah.
Can we put two? I think we can put
Yes,
two.
this you could, but I'm taking the worst scenario, Jack. You see where the hand is there?
Yeah.
Right. If you push that to the red line, we can take a bit of the garden,
Yeah.
and that can be a small bungalow, and the massive house at the end, at the other end.
Okay. I think we can get two on this.
I think so too, but let's go to yeah. Okay, fair enough. Let's take.
I know we gotta look at worst case scenario, but when I'm looking at the piece of land, that's just shy of 1,000 square meter plot. I'm pretty sure we should be able to get two.
Yes,
Okay?
me too.
So if we get two, building a townhouse will cost you roughly about £250,000. So if you build two, let's say even if you build a bigger one at the back, you're looking at £500,000 plus in debt, right?
Yeah.
How much do you think they're willing to sell it for?
Well, okay. I mean, I haven't mentioned any figures from my own.
What is this property worth?
Okay, well, the semi-detached on Way Lane. There's a semi-detached house there, number 14 or something. Right, that's 4 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms on the market for 700,000. It's on the market for 700. Now, in the last year, the Chesham at the moment is flooding with properties and it's gone down 1.8. So say 2% has gone down from last year. So I would say that property, the detached house, number 8 Way Lane, is probably worth between 650 to under 700.
I can work out the cost of that property. That's not a problem. That's an easy bit, right? My question is, how much is a townhouse worth in that region?
Oh, you're looking at over $1 million.
Okay.
You can't get bungalows, and you got all the private school around the corner, and there are lots of old people there who are looking for bungalows.
And so what does this landlord want? Do they want to sell, or what do they want to do?
They want to sell with the backland.
Are they prepared to negotiate just the backland?
No.
Okay, they want to sell.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you arrange a Zoom call with them, please?
Yeah, okay.
Arrange a Zoom call with them, because imagine if this property is, I can check the prices in the region. That's very easy. You go on Zoopla, go on Rightmove, pull out a couple of, new builds in the region. It gives you a rough indication. You're normally close to about 90% of accurate cost. So if you're selling me $1 million, two of these are 2 million. It's going to cost $500,000 to build these two, or a little over that, maybe 600. There's still profits of 1.4 million. That can turn out to be a good deal. Okay.
Yes, I think so too.
To give you a better indication, if you were to dig deeper, if let's say this house is worth, let's say 700, you said, or even 800, right? We give this guy the 800. Maybe we give him a little more, maybe give him 900. Okay.
Yes, that's a good one.
So give him the 900, and then we get everything. We spend, let's say, 600 for the build and everything else, right? That's 6, and that's 1.5 million. Now, just the two houses that you're saying are going to be worth about 2 million, right? Plus this house is going to be worth about 750, right?
Yeah.
So that's 2.75 million.
Yeah.
Our cost is 1.5. If you look at, even if you were to take this and sell it on as a option agreement, but not option, sorry, even if you take this, buy it and sell it to a builder, even if you leave 20% profit margin on a 2 million, let's say 400 grand or even £500,000 for him, there's still just shy of £1 million for us to make.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so that's a decent deal. Okay, can you arrange a call with them and we can go from there? Okay.
Fair enough. Okay.
Do the numbers make sense to you, man?
Yeah, well, absolutely. I mean, look,
You
what Anil's done is very good, right? The way I would do that, Anil, is an assumption. That's exactly what I did with this. I assume about two. Well, I assumed about two. I mean, we were on the site the other day. We were we assumed 2 bungalows there, but so on assumption, Anil, you don't have to do all that work you've done. You assume, right? I'm trying to help you here that you don't get given too much information to the client. So on that assumption, we know we can get at least one, but the other one's there as an additional, what Jack just explained. Then everything else which is accurate, we get it through pre-app. But you've basically given this guy all the working out you've done is basically not gone to waste, but wasn't necessary.
Yeah, no, you never give the client any information. You just give them vague answers. That's how you got to do. You just remain diplomatic. Yeah. If you go and tell them, oh, I can get 10 flats or 12 flats, you've just killed the deal. Okay, I would normally give them vague answers. Okay, I might get a 5, I might get a 4, I might get 3. I was negotiating the Slough deal. I turned up to the guy, said, I can probably at best get 5. I could easily get 10. Okay, so you keep it vague for them. You never tell them an exact answer. Okay, right. So are you clear? So also remember, guys, the appraisal that I'm doing right now alongside you is likely close to 90% accurate, not more than that. Reason for that is you got to go and calculate your sale payments, okay? Your highway tax payments, and then your professional fees, your finance costs. You still got to calculate all of that. And the only way to get more than 90% accurate answers is to actually put it on the spreadsheet. Do not do numbers verbally, because when you do that, you're always going to get them wrong. What I can tell you is the build cost, you must, at the bare minimum, put it at 250 a square foot. Does that make sense? Okay. If you take a flat, it's likely going to cost you 200 grand. If you take a townhouse, you can get away with 250, 300,000. If you're looking at a semi or a detached, it's going to cost you 350, 400. This is, I'm talking about middle spec, not even very high spec. If you go high spec, is add another 100 grand on top of it. Okay, so you just gotta be aware of that bit as well. Okay, accurate answers come from when you apply for. Well, you speak with the architects, you speak with the planners, and they will give you normally how big of a house, flat, whatever you can build on it, because of all the technical constraints that they have to face. Does that make sense?
Yeah, Jack.
Okay.
While you're on the, can you go back to the OS map?
Just give me 1 sec.
This is for you guys, yeah?
Share screen. Yeah.
Okay, guys. If you just make that, okay, bit bigger, Jack. That's it, right? Fine. Look, guys, if you look at number 12, number 8, yeah, and all the houses along there, and number up to 30, you can see what one house looks like. Yeah, the area, right? So what you do in your mind, you stick one of them on the site, right? So you know technically that's what you can get, and you stick the other one where on the other side. So I know roughly I can get. This is one way of you to understand how many units you can get on the site just by looking at the OS map. All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See what I'm trying to say, guys? Yeah. So say take number 12 and stick it at the end of that site of ours. So that's one unit at the back. Then you stick another 12 at the other left-hand side. That's another unit. So you know roughly you can get that size unit, which is like a townhouse.
Also, yeah? any TPO trees on the plot?
No, not at all. It's such a prime site, and that way lane is just a sought after area. In fact, it's the only street that's really wanting more development.
All right. Okay. Just can you arrange a call with me? We can go from there.
Yeah,
Right, can we jump on to another deal of Anil's? Just give me one sec. Then you have the Newport Road, right? Let me look at that. Sorry, I'm just gonna feed this in. I think it was Bradwell, was it? Was it Bradwell?
Mhm.
Newport,
New Bradwell,
New Bradwell, yeah, yeah.
Milton Keynes, yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at this plot. This is a huge plot, Anil. Just give me one sec. I'm going to share my screen. Yeah, this is a huge plot. Just give me one sec. Just gonna, yeah, it's a club, right? It's a some sort of leisure club.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the plot. How big is this? This
wow,
is a
massive.
0.53, yeah, so over half an acre. So the question is, what's happening around it?
So initially, my architect, he's applied for a planning permission for 4 flats. You see a building there,
Yeah, that's
4 flats.
why.
So he's
Why is he
applied for.
what? So he's applied for 4 flats, and is the thinking behind it is that take it in stages and keep applying for more and more?
That's what his thinking is. So he'll
Is that
apply
what the
for
thinking
14
is?
more. Yeah, his thinking is like that. The owner's thinking is like that. Because obviously, I think he must be cash crunched because he got to actually pay for all the planning permission and all. So probably he's actually.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what the owner wants. Okay. So first of all, he's applied for
Also,
planning
there are flats. Yeah, so also I'm gonna get to the landlord part, and just give me one sec. There are flats down the road on the same side.
Yeah.
There you go. Can you see that? These are
Yeah.
flats.
So this
And
guy,
I think, and
the
if you look at
architect,
it, it's a single plot, and he's built loads of flats there. Number 17, number 19, 9 to 15. Seems like there is, I don't
how
know,
can you
but
make up that there is a flat there?
what's
Okay,
that?
so they're adjacent to each other. Yeah, they're flats here.
Yeah,
I
they're
thought that.
flats, and seems like there's 6, 7, 13, another 6, 19, about 20 something flats. I can check that later. But this plot can get quite a few flats. I would say you can get a lot more, but it, again, depends on a few other factors. Even the one besides it is flats as well. This one
Yeah,
is flats as well. This is called
Yeah,
Wooten Court.
yeah.
yeah,
So
that'll
the
fit.
question is, what is this landlord? Does he want?
So I haven't spoken to the
Sorry,
landlord.
now just give me one sec.
So I haven't spoken to
Yeah.
the landlord. This is my architect speaking to me. When I say my architect, I basically engaged with him. He's new, and I just engaged, and I said that I don't have any presence up north, and he was like, okay, so whatever profits we earn, it's my share. I got to actually part with him. So here's what he said. This landlord, he's applied for 4 flats. There is a building there. If you look at it, there's a building there. He wants to demolish that and then make them as 4 flats. Okay, that's number one. So he's applied for planning permission. He's paid for the planning permission, and the architect is actually applied for it. Once he gets this planning permission, he then wanted to actually get the planning permission for about 14 flats on the behind as well. That's what his plan was. Now he doesn't have any cash, okay, because he's applied for the 4 and he doesn't want to. So here's his proposition, the landlord's proposition. Okay, you take these 4 flats, plus you go ahead and apply for planning permission for the rest of the flats as well, and give me some. What do you want to offer me? and then
Can you arrange a call?
you sell it off to
Can you
any
arrange a call?
developer. Yeah.
Okay, so can you arrange a call here? What I want to work out is, Anil, what is the landlord? Because from what you just said,
we should not get to the landlord now, but first let us speak to Rahul on Friday, okay? As quickly as possible, because he thinks there is a big deal here. Let's speak to Rahul. He's well versed. He can really get this through, and he's gained confidence of the landlord. Understand what is the art of possible here. Then he can actually fix a call with the landlord. Let's go and meet him.
right? So the way I would look at this is first, let's understand the expectations of the landlord directly, not through three-way communication. So arrange a call with him
No, I
whenever
mean,
you can with
Jack,
the landlord.
Rahul won't. So basically, the way I'm reading Rahul's mind, right? He's new to me. I don't know him. He's not my friend, right? The way he would actually read is, if you reach out to landlord without me, I brought this deal. If you
No,
reach
no,
out
no, no,
without
no.
me,
That's
then
not
it's
what I'm
not going to
saying.
happen,
No, no,
right?
no. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying arrange a call with the landlord through Rahul.
Okay.
You never go behind someone's back. This market is so small. If you ever do that, I promise you, it's one person puts it on social media, everyone knows. Okay,
Okay.
so it's
Yeah.
not about going behind someone.
What I'm saying is, Jack, can I put an introductory call between you, me, and Rahul? Let's just have an
Yes, do
introductory
that.
call,
Just do that. Yes,
and
do that.
then I can definitely push him to arrange a call with the landlord. Let's have a call with the landlord the following week. This
And
for me
the
is
way,
just an introductory call.
let's do that. At the same time, a site like this has to be phased. When I say phased, you don't go and apply for 20, 30, 40 flats in one go.
Yeah.
You do it slowly. You do 5, 10 at a time. And what you'll realize after 3 or 4, phases is that you can potentially get quite a lot. But
Yeah.
all of this is a lot more pre-planned from day one that
Yeah.
will be phased out. Yeah.
So already he's applied for planning permission for 4. That is that includes demolition and all. So that's already in place, and Rahul is actually managing it. And then we got so landlord. Here's what landlord is saying: take the whole deal,
Yeah.
and tell me what's your offer. That's what the
Okay.
landlord.
Well, let's arrange a call. Let's arrange a call with Rahul. Let's get to landlord as quickly as we can, and then
10
we can
o'clock
go.
Friday. Call with Rahul. Yeah.
Bye.
Fine. I'll arrange it.
Okay, let me put it in. Let me put it in. Just give me one sec. Anil and Rahul. Okay, I booked it for this Friday at 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's in my diary now. We'll go from there. Right now, let's look at your third one, which is the one I think you sent today. It's 11 Cambridge Crescent, right? Let me forward you the due diligence that's been done by the team on this. Just one sec. Just forwarding you an email, Anil. Just one sec. This has been sent by the team. Forward to.
Yeah. I kind of actually. Yeah.
I've just sent it to you. Have a read of it. I've not looked at this deal, but let's have a look at it now. Just give me one sec. Was it sent before? I don't know.
Yeah. Lead 3. Lead
No,
3.
no, this is lead 2. Sorry, my apology. This is lead.
Lead 3 is what?
Yeah, just give me one sec. This is lead 2, so I'll put it back into deals. This is 11 Cambridge.
Yeah, this is me and Nav were there. Nav also had a look at it, so he knows about this. So let's look at lead 3.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Just give me one sec. Okay, so this seems like a smaller plot. Let's just have a
smaller plot. It's a semi-detached smaller plot, and I sent some pictures and videos as well about what it is.
Okay, let's have a look at it. It's a 0.085 acre. 0.085 is how big? 0.085. That's a 343 square meter plot. Still
So
not that. Yeah.
It's kind of a BRR project. So
Oh, it's a
basically,
kind of BRR project. Okay.
okay. So basically, what me and Nav could assess is you can't do much with the
Yeah, you
house,
can't do much with this.
but you can basically build two flats, top portion and bottom portion, and slightly extend the loft and behind, and that becomes a case of uh, a proper BRR project. And then we take over the house. If we are able to give the landlord some profits, then he'll part with the.
The question is, have you sent me some numbers on this?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so can you put some numbers on it? And then if you struggle with putting numbers on a BRR project, if you send me a video, a detailed video on the property, or maybe do a live video on the property, I would probably be very close to 90% accurate number for you.
So I
Okay.
did a live video in the link I sent. There is a video surrounding the. I did not make any video inside because obviously it's privacy, so I didn't make it. But I made a video on the sides.
Yeah.
Can
So
I?
yeah, go ahead, Nav.
Yeah, basically, you get 2 x 2 bedrooms, right? On the having a new loft and a 6 meter extension on the ground floor, right? I don't think you'll get more like another floor, another studio, or anything like that. So you get 2 flats. You're looking at £100,000 as a construction job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and
how much I put it as well.
But do you
100,000.
think
Yeah.
we can? But do you think we can get a 6 meter extension?
yes, on PD, but with 2 applications with PD, and then we do or we can do the whole thing under planning as a PD stroke planning for 2 flats. But as long as we don't change the front.
Okay. Right.
Owner
So
thinks the owner thinks the house actually costs about 425. That's what he thinks.
okay.
I'm damn sure he won't get 425. He should get about 400. Yeah.
Okay. So when you, I mean, look, the way to look at BRR projects is either someone walks in with experience saying how much it's going to cost to renovate that, which Nav here is saying is going to cost 100 grand. That's just to do refurb, right? That's not to convert this into 2 flats, right?
Oh no, convert into 2 flats.
Oh, you mean this is going to cost 100 grand to convert it into 2 flats?
Yeah.
With a 6 meter extension.
Yeah, 6 meter plus a loft will cost 45. A 6 meter will cost 45. The other 20, the other 10, 15, it'll be just under 100,000. You won't get much change out of that.
And how much can you sell each flat for, Anil, here?
If it's a 2 bedroom, in that area, it should actually go about 320 or something like that, because
There you go.
it's not like the regular apartment.
Okay, well, can you see it? The numbers don't stack, because if you're going to pay 400 for it, it's going to cost you 100 grand. I don't think it's worth the time.
So it's two times. That house actually becomes 620, right? 640 in total. Then
Yeah.
you're
So
spending 100.
if you pay 425 this guy, you spend another 100 grand to convert this into 2 flats. I think it's going to cost you more. Okay, I think it's going to cost you more, like 150 grand.
Yeah.
And be my guest, I can almost guarantee my life it will cost you more than 100 grand. It'll probably be closer to 150. And if they're worth about 300, 325, you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Again, don't get me wrong. There are people who will even do a job for 50 grand profits. Okay. That's just not me. Okay. Because I know that I can make more money for the time investment that I'm going to put into other deals. Does that make sense? Okay. So don't get me wrong that I'm saying this is not profitable. What I'm saying is it's just not profitable to the level that I would like it to be. Does that make sense?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay? And I'm saying with humility. Yeah. Sometimes it might come across as ego. It's not. It's just what I call investing time in a productive deal. Okay. I'm about to close one deal, so as soon as I close this deal, I'll be off to this next one, and I want to make sure that I do one which is going to bring me decent money rather than only going to make me 50, 100 grand. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So that's that. Give me one sec. At least you guys now have clarity on the next steps of it, right? And how do you look at numbers? A little bit more clarity. Yes, no? Right, Bossman didn't turn up. I think his deal is not stacking either, unfortunately, when I'm looking at it. But any questions, Nav?
No, it's fine. I just
Okay. Anil, any questions?
Nothing from me.
All right, so Nav, you can arrange the call. Nav, you can arrange the call to lead number 2. And we can go from there. Damir, any questions? Any questions?
Well, no, it was clear actually. Yeah, I understood.
Moro, any questions? Not sure if you can hear me.
No, no, no question, Jack. No question.
All right, stop.